Hi friends, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be my last video of 2023. I will leave a little screenshot somewhere on the screen of how we did this year. Thank you so much if you have watched my videos, commented, liked, shared anything ever of my content here or on Instagram. I love you guys so much. This was the best year yet on my YouTube channel. This is going to be my final Project Pan 2023 update and also talking about Project Pan for 2024. So I'm so excited. This is going to be my last video of the year, and let's go ahead and dive into it. If you want to see my progress of Project Pan 2023, then let's go. First, I want to start with the products that are not here with us today because either they expired or one of them I accidentally threw out, / products that I used to like, that I used to want to finish, that I changed my mind about, and that I've just completely decluttered. Let's talk about the products that I decluttered because I fell out of love with them. The Patrick Ta Contour and She's Sculpted. I really like the cream contour in that one, but I ended up decluttering that duo because the powder bronzer just did not work for me. That is a very expensive product and I just did not see myself reaching for it just for the contour part and not using half the product. So I did end up decluttering that one. I also ended up decluttering my Merit Signature lipstick in Baby. Now that is a beautiful lipstick formula. It's a beautiful color, but I am not a lipstick girl. I've never really been a lipstick girl except when Bite Beauty was around. RIP to Bite. I literally never reached for it, so it has found a better home. Lastly, I got rid of my Pipette SPF. As soon as I got a tan, because I discovered that product in the winter of last year going into spring of this year when I was very pale. And as soon as I got a tan, I was like, oh my god, this white cast is pretty bad. Other than the white cast, that was a really nice SPF. If you are light or fair in skin tone, you should really try that Pipette SPF. I believe it is sold at Ulta, and I'm sure you can find it in other places as well. It's very affordable, and I really did like the texture. It was one of my favorite SPFs to wear underneath makeup. But the white cast, I could never wear that SPF just by itself, which is a deal breaker for me now. Now, let's talk about the products that I did like, but I couldn't necessarily finish because they expired before I could finish them. One of the things that was on there that did expire before I could finish was my e.l.f. concealers. Now, I did repurchase the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Like, I just got that in the mail the other day. And I also had their Flawless Brightening Concealer in the Clicky Pen. I wanted to finish both of those, but unfortunately they did expire. Those are only really good for like 6 months. So they expired, but I love those concealers. Both of those e.l.f. concealers, the Hydrating Camo and the Flawless Brightening. I already repurchased the Hydrating Camo. I would repurchase the Flawless Brightening, but I'm really good on concealers right now. Next is the LYS Foundation. I really like that foundation. When I first got that foundation, I got a shade that only worked for me in the summer, so I could not use that shade the rest of the year. And LYS products do go bad fairly quickly, so unfortunately, I did just have to dump that foundation out. But I would consider buying that foundation again, just in a better shade. That is a really nice foundation if you have been wondering. But let's actually get into the nitty gritty, the products that I have here in front of me that I've been working on all year. Starting off with my perfume pick. Now, I didn't feature this in the original Project Pan 2023 because I forgot, but this was my favorite perfume of 2022, and I'm talking about the Billie Eilish number 1 in this beautiful gold bust. I loved this perfume. Like, this was a non-stop pick. You're gonna have to watch my 2023 mid-year Project Pan update if you want to really see how much I've used of these products. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently for 2024 so that it's easier for you guys to see how much product I've used. But if you're curious to know how much of this perfume I did have back in either June or July whenever I posted that mid-year update, go check that out because today, I used the very, very last little drop of this today. And look at that. There's literally like 2 drops in there. I love the scent of this perfume. I will not be repurchasing this, however, even though it is still a favorite. I do still love it. The packaging, beautiful. The scent is so comforting and warm, but this does not last at all. Does not last at all. I applied the very last bit of this at around, I want to say like 11 p.m. It is currently now 2:27 p.m. Cannot smell this perfume. Cannot smell this perfume at all. So unfortunately, I will be keeping this because it's just beautiful decoration, but I will not be repurchasing this anytime soon. But I did finish it. I'm very, very happy with myself that I did finish my perfume pick. Next is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. I only have like 1 or 2 more uses out of this. I actually did use it today in hopes that I could finish this, but this is what we're looking like, guys. She's very skinny legend right now, and it's taking a lot of pressure, but there is still a little bit, just honestly, like 1 more use out of this. So I basically finished this. I'm just give it to myself. I basically finished this primer. This is one of my favorite drugstore primers, and I was heavily using this in the beginning of 2023, but as soon as I discovered that e.l.f. Power Grip plus 4% niacinamide primer, that did overshadow this one. But this is still a really good drugstore affordable primer, very hydrating and very smoothing on the skin. Next is my Rem Beauty highlighter. You guys, I'm even wearing this highlighter today. This was my highlighter of 2022. I almost picked it again for 2023. I adore this highlighter. It is just so hard to hit pan on this thing. The embossing is still very much there, but specifically right in the center, you can see a little bit more of a dent that I've made. Hopefully we'll be able to tell how much of a dent that I've made in this product. I love this highlighter. No, I did not hit pan on this, but I used the heck out of this highlighter. Like probably my most used highlighter of 2022 and 2023. And spoiler alert, this is gonna go into 2024's Project Pan because I'm so determined. I want to see pan on this. I really want to see pan on this. Next is one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. It is the e.l.f. I Love You a Latte Quad. If you've been on my channel for a couple months, you've probably seen me use this, or if you've watched any of my older videos, you've definitely seen me use this. Now this dark brown shade, I did not finish this, so it doesn't look like this because I finished it. It broke and I could not for the life of me get it to repress and stay, so unfortunately this one just clocked out early. But these 3 shades I use all the time, and hopefully you can tell that you are able to see the imprint of the pan showing through. So this like square-like kind of design, it's coming through in these eyeshadows, so I feel like I'm very, very close to hitting pan on these. Spoiler alert, I will be putting this in Project Pan 2024 because like the REM Beauty highlighter, very determined to hit pan on these. I'm so close, like I can just feel it. And this got so much use this year, so much use. This is one of the only eyeshadows that I traveled with. It was my daily go-to everyday eyeshadow. I love this and would absolutely repurchase this quad. Next on my list was the Essence Lash Princess. I did finish the original, I believe it's the one in the green. I did finish that one. However, my thoughts did change on that Lash Princess. That one always flakes on me. It just always flakes on me. And it's a decent, affordable mascara. I know it's a cult favorite, but for me personally, e.l.f. Lash and Roll clears. e.l.f. Lash and Roll clears all of the Essence mascaras, so I will not be repurchasing. Next, I had my Sephora waterproof retractable eyebrow pencil in the shade Granite. As I'm clicking it up, there's literally nothing I believe I had just like a tiny little bit, but again, check out my mid-year update if you really want to see the difference in all these products, but there's nothing left in here. Next is my Kosas Airbrow. I don't know why I threw this out. This was the product I threw out. Like, I thought I kept it in my empties bag. Like, all of these products that I finished, I put it in my empties bag to save for this video, and just somehow my Kosas Airbrow is not here with us today, but I did finish that one. Would absolutely repurchase, but I'm good on eyebrow gel for like a really long time. But that is still to this day my favorite eyebrow gel of all time. Next is the AF94 Scribble Stick. This is a decent product, but I didn't really use it. I used just like an inch maybe of this product all year. It's still decent. I love how it smells. It has a really fun fruity scent, but this is a bit too thick feeling. Like, it's thin, but then it feels thick. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not bad, but I just didn't use this. I just stopped using this, if I'm being honest. So I would not repurchase, and I just don't really see myself reaching for this like at all moving forward. But my AF94 Clear Gloss, however, this is one of my Project Pan products that I'm the most proud of. Are you guys ready? It's definitely not clear anymore. So don't judge me for how gross and not clear this looks, but that just goes to show you how much I've used this freaking gloss. Look at that. Do you guys see that? So this is what it normally looks like. This is what it normally looks like as soon as you buy it all fresh and actually clear. Look at that. Look at that difference. I'm so proud of myself. This was one of my favorite glosses from this year. Now I will say, I'm actually going to give this unopened one away. I'm just going to give it away because although this is a decent gloss for the drugstore, I've just found other things that I like better. So I did enjoy my time with this, but I won't be repurchasing. Next is another huge accomplishment for me. And if you were watching my channel last summer of 2022, this is like my most talked about product from that summer. And I'm talking about the Undone Beauty Big Papa Gloss in Peach and Honey. This gloss is like one of the best glosses I've ever tried in my life. One of the best at the drugstore, but overall in the makeup market, just one of the best glosses. And clearly we can see she's very loved. I did repurchase this gloss. I just got a different shade. So the shade I got is Passion Fruit, and I have already used quite a bit. I'm telling you guys, this is one of my favorite glosses, and this is the most hydrating lip gloss you can find. Please take my word for it. If you struggle with dry, crusty lips, the Undone Beauty Big Papa glosses. So here's the comparison. Yes, they are different shades, but just to show you a very new one that was just opened compared to this one, that's a lot of product that I went through. This banger already repurchased. I really need you guys to look at that last mid-year update to see the insane difference, the insane amount that I have used of these lip liners. If you're new here, hi, hello. The About Face lip liners are my favorite lip liners of all time. Smoking Room, she's tiny. Smoking Room, she's tiny. I've already repurchased these. I've already been using my new Cradled. I have a new Cradled that I had to open, but this is Smoking Room. She's super tiny, super freaking tiny. I'm so proud of my progress with Smoking Room, but this is the banger. This is the stuff that Project Pan is made for, because never in my life, you guys, have I ever finished a lip liner. Look, do you see how small Cradled is? This is my favorite lip liner of all time. Can you tell? Now, it looks like there's still stuff in here, and I was determined to literally sharpen it down to the butt of this pencil, but look what happened. Do you see that? Do you see how, oh, there it is. I was like, I know. Look. I was sharpening it one day and the rest of Cradled literally just fell out. Like, I literally used this to its death. This was my biggest accomplishment. I also knew that this was gonna be the product that I used the most of, but I did have to open my new Cradled. And of course I've used a little bit of this already, so it's been sharpened a couple times, but look at this difference, you guys. Is that not literally, like, that's how much lip liner I used. That's how much of this lip liner I freaking used this year. The new one versus this one, like, insane. I'm so ecstatic. I'm so happy. So now let's talk about what I'm determined to either finish or hit pan on, or just use a significant amount of for 2024. Now, I already mentioned these two products will be in Project Pan again. So my REM Beauty highlighter in Miss Mercury, along with my e.l.f. I Love You a Latte Quad. So another year for these two. I do have a fragrance pick. I'm gonna keep that as a tradition. This is actually a body mist, and I did find this off of the Flip app, and this is Toni Braxton's brand, and it's called Nude Sugar. Beautiful packaging, and this is their Refined Sugar Body Mist. I'm wearing this today, layered with the rest of that Billie Eilish perfume. Literally smells like brown sugar, smells like warmth. But the one thing I will say, one thing that I really don't like about this perfume is the component itself. So this little spring action in the sprayer. So I'm gonna spritz, okay? It's such a good scent. Okay, so do you see how it's not coming back up? So something is wrong with the spring that it just doesn't pop back up. I literally have to pull it. I have to pull it up manually, and I have to do that for every single spray. I cannot just, I can't do that with this component. I don't know what is wrong with this thing. Next is my REM Beauty foundation. I do have two shades, but the shade that works best for me all year round is medium 7N, and you can already see, you can tell a little bit how much I've used. This is my favorite foundation. This is my number one foundation of 2023. I love this foundation. I don't think this is going to be hard to finish this because it is my go-to base product. I picked a concealer, my favorite concealer of this year, the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer, and I use the shade Medium to Tan. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to finish this up. This is my go-to concealer. It's so reliable. The coverage, the finish, everything about it, chef's kiss. So I don't think this will be a hard one. Hopefully it doesn't expire like my LYS concealer did on me before I'm able to finish it, or my e.l.f. one, how it expired before I was able to finish it. Hopefully that doesn't happen with this one, because I love this concealer, and I can't really tell in this packaging how much I have left, but we'll see. I did pick a primer for Project Pan 2024, and I chose the REM Beauty Blurring Primer. Now, when I hold it up to the light, I am able to see that I've used about this much already. Now, this is a smaller size. The full size is bigger than this. This is only 0.5 fluid ounces. This one that I finished, the Impossible Primer Base, this one had 0.84 fluid ounces. So I definitely think finishing less than 0.5, because I've already used about this much of this. So finishing up however much is left in here, I don't think will be a problem at all. I wouldn't repurchase this primer just because the e.l.f. one is still my number one. It does more of what I want a primer to do, more so than this one. I chose an eyeliner, and this is my favorite drugstore eyeliner, my favorite eyeliner other than the Huda Beauty Lifeliner one, and I'm talking about the Tres Luce Eterno liquid liner. Obviously, you can't really tell how much you have left. It really just depends on when this dries out. It's still going very strong, still very black, still very liquidy. I love this for on the lid. I don't use this on the inner corner because it bleeds, but on the lid, completely fine. Budge proof, matte, black. Love this stuff, so I'm pretty confident about this one. I have a bronzer pick, and I think this will be pretty easy to hit pan on just because of the type of product this is. And I'm talking about the Makeup by Mario Self Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer, and I use the shade Medium Dark. And I am wearing this bronzer today. So this is where we're at right now. We have a slight, just very slight dent towards the middle. But because you can go very heavy-handed, and I am very heavy-handed when I use this because this is more of a sheer type of product. So to get the effect I want, I do use quite a bit of this every single time I go in with this. So I feel like to hit pan in the middle, where my brush really lands on the most in the middle, I don't think that will be too difficult. I have two lip products. So this was one of my favorite lip products, top lip products most used of this past 2023 year. And it was also featured in my makeup favorites. And I'm talking about the NYX Fat Oil in the shade Mist Call specifically. This is my favorite shade that I have. It's a beautiful, juicy red. I wore this almost every day during the summertime. I wear these NYX Fat Oils quite often, so I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to finish this just like I did with the Undone Beauty and the AF94 glosses. I think we're gonna see that kind of use from this one in the next coming year. Also chose the REM Beauty Plumping Lip Gloss in VCR. This is one of my favorite lip glosses, and especially this color is just so flattering. It's a beautiful mid-tone pinky nude. So that's the shade VCR right there. Very shiny. Smells nice and minty. So it is plumping, but in a minty sense. It's not burning at all. It's very plush on the lips. So I think I'll be able to use at least half of this throughout 2024. For the next 5 remaining products, I believe I have 14 lined up for 2024, but I made a sheet. So this is going to be something I'm going to implement where I'm going to literally measure out how much of these next products that I'm going to be using in 2024. So the first one that I chose is the REM Beauty Front Row Center Blush Stick. I basically just lined up the butt of this product and just marked. So this is where we are today. So the next one is my LA Girl Blackout Gel Eyeliner. So this is how much we have of our LA Girl Blackout. I'm pretty confident in these ones as well. So first pick is this Kimchi Chic Beauty Lip Liner in Vanilla Bean. It basically took up the entirety of the page, so that's why I just marked the very corner of this page, but this is the Kimchi Chic lip liner. I ended with 2 of my favorite Moira lip liner shades in Sandy Brown and Warm Toast. I have been talking about these for over a year. These are some of my favorite lip liners of all time, and the colors. Moira just does nude colors the best. So this is what we're looking like with Warm Toast. This is what Sandy Brown is looking like. I just laid out all of the products for Project Pan 2024, and I have 14 makeup products, and then my perfume pick makes 15. In 6 months, when June comes, I will be doing a mid-year update, so make sure to keep an eye out for that one coming mid-year 2024. If you like this video, if you like Project Pan, if you like Get Ready With Me's tutorials and other makeup things, then like, comment, subscribe. I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and Happy New Year! I will see you guys next year with my next video. I will see you next time. Bye!